and welcome to the Carolina Sports District, the #1 youth sports show in the Carolinas, also known as TCSD. Let's go! To kick off the 2013 season, we wanted to give you a glimpse of where all the magic happens. So we brought you here to the Carolina Sports District studios, where we've been hard at work. And we see that you've been hard at work too. We got a chance to watch many games, and we're going to take a look at those highlights. Come on in. We'll start right now. We start off at Northeast Middle, where the GCY-AA's Junior Pee Wee DeRuyter Redskins took on the Mint Hill Mountaineers. Late in the first half, with the game still scoreless, the Skins try to get a little rhythm going with this run here. So they get it started, and on the very next play, the Skins get on the board with this 20-yard touchdown. Way to go, Skins! We've got an incredible catch here from the Mountaineers, who put themselves there in scoring position. But the Skins defense came through with this killer interception, which ended the game as a curtain call. Skins surviving by the skin of their teeth, winning 6-0. Take a bow. Next we go to Mallard Creek High School, where the Junior Pee Wee Canes take on the Hokies in a very defensive game with a lot of tough earned yards. The first breakout play of the game, the Hokies go 29 yards with this screen pass, and they are stopped on the 1-yard line. 3 plays later, with a quarterback sneak and a 1-yard touchdown, the game's first touchdown scored by the Hokies. The extra point was good. In the last play of the first half, the Canes threw a bomb that was intercepted by the Hokies. Hokies go into halftime up 6-0. They say better late than never, and the Canes finally get a spark of life themselves with this 12-yard run late in the game. That run set out the touchdown on the very next play. We wonder, can the Canes get the extra point to tie the game? Yes, they do, and we have a tie game here, 7-7, which means we go into overtime. In overtime, the Hokies get the ball first and need very little time to score on their very first play. The PAT was no good. Seems to be a good call by the ref, as it looks to us as though his body touched the ground before crossing the plane. Hokies are up 13-7. Canes quickly change that with a score here. PAT, no good. We now fast forward to triple overtime with the game tied at 19. Hokies turn the ball over, and the Canes capitalize with this touchdown, winning the game 25-19. Let's now fast forward to this past weekend, where the CMAYFL kickoff in its inaugural season at West Charlotte High School. We thought we might drop in on the new league in town and see how the season would start. We start early with the little guys who play 90 yards instead of 100, and in the first play of the game, the Gators waste no time with a 55-yard touchdown and a failed PAT. Gators defense showed that they are no slouch either, stripping the ball here. Down early right before the half, 12-0, the Longhorns end up getting on the scoreboard themselves with this 20-yard run. Look at that acceleration. Gators answer back with a curtain call, a 55-yard touchdown here to make sure the Longhorns had no chance of coming back. Gators win this battle 20-6. We go now to the 9U, Gators versus Longhorns. Gators score the game's first touchdown, leading with a 6-0 lead. Longhorns try to get a little offense going on this run with a nice stiff arm here and a stiff arm there. I think that's his middle name, Mr. Stiff Arm. Gators lead 22-0 coming out of the first half and strike again on this 32-yard touchdown. Gators again are too much for the Longhorns, and they win this game 38-0. In a new league, a new organization looked to make history in its first appearance as the 11U Thundering Herd took on the Ballantine Gators. The Herd starts off with a throw in their first offensive play in history, and they get a 5-yard run. With the game still at 0-0, Gators welcome the Herd to football with a touchdown here, going up 6-0 Gators. Gators later go to the air, completing a 43-yard touchdown. Little spread eagle there. With the Herd still in the game, they get a nice turnover with this strip. The Herd end up pulling a trick up their sleeve with this halfback pass for a 17-yard touchdown. Way to go, Herd. Next, maybe one of the most bizarre plays I have ever seen. The Gators thought they were in the end zone, and they end up getting stripped for a turnover. Lots of confusion on the field there. Oh, and the Herd has the ball. They're going for a run. That was kind of confusing, but no matter what, the Gators still win 23-12. Next, we have the 14U Gators versus Herd. The Gators strike fast with a 5-yard touchdown. The Herd defense makes efforts to not allow any more points with a nice tackle for loss. Gators attack again, this time in the air. Ooh, nice catch with this 5-yard jump pass. Herd defense did their best to stop the Gators, but ended up losing 0-40. We go back to the 90-yard field where the 7U Cardinals take on the Volunteers. The Cardinals run a 78-yard touchdown, crossing the field for the game's first touchdown. We love how this guy just won't let anything stop him. He finds a hole and he makes it through, and there's no way you're going to call him back. He goes once again for 78 yards. The Volunteers show that they can play football too with this big hit early in the game here. We now have a 54-yard touchdown scored by the Cardinals. Oh, did you see that hit? That was a good hit right there. The Volunteers try to get some offense going, but fall short, losing to the Cardinals 14-0, and that ends our day. This week's tip is to follow the guidance of your coaches when it comes to your sport. Although some of us may think that we know everything that there is to know about what we do on the field, there are older individuals that have been there and done that and know exactly what we should and should not do when it comes to the game that we play on that field. So be careful to pay attention to what they tell you, to follow their advice and their guidance to keep you from getting hurt on the field and to make sure that you play the best game that you can. Someone needs to tell the CMAYFL that they're a new league. They were ready and raring to go in their inaugural season. We would love to come out and see many more games and many more leagues as the season progresses. Also, we'd love to make it to as many practices as we can. We want to get you on screen saying, TCSD, let's go. So invite us out to your practice. In October, we will resume the pound for pound top 20 rankings for this 2013 season. We are so ready for that, and we know you're ready too. You can catch us here on YouTube, or you can catch us on our website at www.thecarolinasportsdistrict.com. Any game that you see here on our show, we have recorded for you to purchase. So on our website, you can find out which DVDs you can order, and you can have your own special DVD delivered to you. We would like to know the names of the different players on the teams. We want to call you out. We want to say who you are and what you're doing to represent your team. So if you can find a way to email us your rosters or any other way that we can get a list of the players on your team. We look forward to seeing you each and every week right here on YouTube. And as we say, there you have it.